Who remembers that time in 2009 when Nigerian politicians were threatening to leak each other's nudes? Then one of the nudes actually ended up in a national newspaper. No, seriously, this happened in Nigeria. Let me tell you about it. Back then, Ogun State politics was an absolute mess. The governor at that time was Benga Daniel, and he was fighting a group of lawmakers from the Ogun State House of Assembly known as the G15. And they were called the G15 because there were 15 lawmakers in that group. Now, this sounds simple enough, they were fighting. But this wasn't just a fight, this was a war, a political war. People accusing each other of betrayal, corruption, secret meetings. You know, the usual Nigerian political drama, but to the power of 10. And according to the allegations, many of these politicians had once been on the same side politically before everything fell apart. As power struggles and political fights got worse, former allies suddenly became enemies. And once that happened, people started exposing each other's secrets. The 15 lawmakers had allegedly taken traditional oaths to stay united against Governor Daniel and to stop members of their group betraying the group's interests. These oath ceremonies were like traditional rituals, and some of them involved nudity. You had to be naked. For Nigerians at this time, this wasn't even the first time that politicians had been linked to secret oath scandals. Just a few years earlier, there had already been the drama around Okija Shrine, with allegations that some politicians from the southeast had gone to swear secret oaths there too. So by 2009, Nigerians were already side-eyeing all the politicians. Now, I've already talked about the Okija Shrine before. It's an old video. I'll link it. Now, when these new allegations started flying around, a lot of people did not just completely dismiss them because it's possible. Then photos came out. One morning, Nigerians woke up and saw that a national newspaper had published nude photos of one of the lawmakers involved in the scandal. People were shocked. This was real? Now, the lawmaker in the middle of this whole scandal was named Olawale Hassan Alausa. And according to reports at that time, the photos allegedly showed him taking part in one of these political oath ceremonies. But then the story got messier because Alausa reportedly did not deny that the photos were real. Instead, he said yes, that was him in the pictures, but that he had been pressured into taking the oath and that he wasn't the only politician involved. He even reportedly claimed that the Governor Daniel himself, had taken part in similar ceremonies too. That's where people became confused. Because according to the original allegations, the G15 lawmakers had supposedly taken oaths against Daniel. But when the lawmakers responded, some of them allegedly claimed that Daniel himself had also been involved. So people were confused. Wait, so if Daniel was involved in taking those oaths, then how exactly was this an oath against him? How was this anti-Daniel? So from that point on, the entire scandal became a mix of accusations, counter-accusations, political warfare, and suddenly the scandal changed from why on earth would a national newspaper post a politician's nudes to wait, how many politicians were allegedly involved in this thing? Then chaos came because after those photos were published, the lawmakers that were fighting Governor Daniel basically said, okay, if you people want to expose us, then we can expose you too. And according to reports from that time, some of them started threatening to release nudes of the governor himself, the sitting governor of Ogun State. At this point, the scandal had completely left the level of normal political fighting. This was now alleged blackmail, oath-taking accusations, newspaper warfare, politicians threatening to leak each other's naked photos. Nigeria was glued to the story. Some people completely believed the lawmakers. Others felt like this was just political propaganda designed to destroy opponents before the next election. But up till now, people still argue about what was actually true and what was political propaganda. Despite all the threats and accusations, the alleged nude photos of Governor Daniel were never publicly released, at least not from anything that I could find. The governor's camp denied the allegations, they accused his opponents of lying, and the entire scandal slowly became part of Nigeria's political history. But people never really forgot it because honestly, this was one of the messiest and wildest political scandals that Nigeria had seen in years. Imagine waking up, opening your newspaper, boom, a politician naked. Wild times. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoy stories like this, please don't forget to follow me. I tell these stories on all my social media all the time. Shout out to Remit for sponsoring this video. If you'd like to try out the money transfer app, please click the link in my bio. Thanks.